Okay, I want to go over a certain term that's used in a lot of wrestling media around, fans, veterans, people that are already in the business, and I hate the term worker. You're a good worker. Whenever I hear that you're a good worker, they're just gonna put you in that box of you're permanently a mid carder to them. You're just a good hand. You're decent in the ring, but not good enough to draw. That's what a good worker sounds like. No one ever says that Shawn Michaels is a good worker whenever talking about his matches or his performances, his promos. No one says that about Triple H. We know that they're good in ring, but they're compelling enough to feel like they're gonna headline the show at the end. No, everybody calls Eddie Guerrero. No, not Eddie Guerrero. They call Chavo Guerrero a good worker. They call Dolph Ziggler a good worker. They call Seth Rollins a good worker. They call anybody that's decent in the ring but not compelling enough to feel like they are good enough to close out a show, or a person that has lack of replayability when it comes to how they are as a talker, as a wrestler, as a personality. That means you ain't shit. I swear, if you're, and this goes for anybody in life, if they just say you're a good go getter, or you're a good worker, that means that you ain't shit to them. You're just some guy, just another guy on the roster for them. You're just another guy on the payroll. And if you're okay getting called that in your professional life, especially in the business of pro wrestling, I wouldn't mind being bitter. I wouldn't mind. Like, that feels like an insult, especially if, like, you feel like you have the talent, you feel like you have a decent look, or you feel like you put enough work in the business to feel like you deserve to be elevated somewhat. And then they just come up, you whenever anybody give you any positive feedback, they're calling you a good worker. Bro, you were nothing special to begin with. And anybody that, disagrees with it, you just don't know how the term works. And that's not denouncing that the guy that's a good worker is not talented, but you're just not going to be set up to be anything more but what you are right now. And that's just going to be upper or lower card. Worker. You're just a good worker. And people just take it like that's a good sign if you're just a good wrestler but nothing else. That just conflicts me. You just don't use the term wrestler. Whenever terming a wrestler, we just know what you're already set up to be if you're called a worker. You guys disagree or agree, comment it down below. Thanks for watching the DST show. That's it for me.